welcome to episode 46 of Did You Bring the Hummus podcast. I'm Kimberly, your host, and I'm super excited to be here with you today. Did You Bring the Hummus is a podcast to help you go vegan. This season, I'm sharing new episodes every Monday discussing all things vegan. Most importantly, we'll talk about how to embrace this meaningful decision with fervor and fun. Episodes post every Monday on your favorite podcast app. Before we get started, I have one very important question for you. Did you bring the hummus? Did you know that I offer one-on-one coaching? If you've found inspiration in these episodes, but want more accountability or help guiding you through exploring a vegan lifestyle, check out my website for more information. In these last few episodes, I've given you quick challenges to bring more vegan items and vegan thinking into your life. How's that going? Have you been thinking about your why for going vegan? If you ask me, this is one of the most important steps you can make when embracing a vegan life. Sure, it's great and important to know how to cook or what foods they're making shoes from these days, apples, mushrooms, and pineapples, to name a few. But it's super important to know where your heart is. When we're leading from the heart, we always make ethical and compassionate choices for ourselves and the animals. If you'd like some guidance on just how to do that, check out the Vegan Voyage on my website. This is a 12-week one-on-one coaching program. It gets you fully into the vegan lifestyle in only 3 months. What took me years to uncover and learn, I will teach you in just 90 days. And that point about leading from our heart, that's our first step. Be sure to book a free discovery call with me before signing up so you can be certain you have all of the information you need. Today, I am joined by musician Martin Ahlquist of Vystopia. Martin lives in Sweden, loves getting out in nature, spending time with his friends and family, and standing up for animals. Whether through outreach with other activists or through his music, Martin follows his heart and shares what matters to him most. It also motivated him to donate proceeds from his animal rights songs to different animal rights charities. He explains more in this episode. Martin is such a kind soul, and we had a really lovely, honest conversation. I'm sure you'll enjoy it as much as I did. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I almost forgot to tell you. Stay to the end to hear Martin's song, Conscience-stipated. Hey Martin, thanks for joining me today.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk to you about your vegan journey, about your music, and little spoiler alert for the listeners, Martin is the first guest who doesn't love hummus. So I am very excited to talk about that to close out the show. But before we get there, Martin, please share with us your vegan journey.
Okay, so well, it started back in 2000. Actually, my girlfriend at the time decided to go vegetarian and skip the meat, and I was like, no, that would never work. But just a couple of months later, I was pretty much vegetarian myself, and I didn't think about it except that after like 1.5, 2 months later, I felt really good about myself, refreshed in a way, and I was like, "Wow, this is really something." And from that point, it was like, if I can feel this good without eating meat, I will never do that again. And that continued for 11 years or so. I kind of took away eggs at an early point, and cheese as well, and gradually took away things. But like dairy products stay with me for a long time, like yogurt and things like that. Then I saw this amazing speech by Gary Jurovsky. The best speech you will ever hear was the name of it back then. And I was just stuck to that documentary or speech or what you will call it. And I was like, okay, I need to see the Q&A as well. And when I had done that, it was, okay, now I'm vegan. Because, well, there were really nothing I could say to defend anything of what I had been contributing to earlier on. So it was an easy choice for me.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
recently rewatched that video because another guest, she mentioned that she watched that video and it had the same impact on her. And funny enough, I too went to the Q&A because I'm curious what these kids are going to ask him and how
Yeah.
he's going to handle this. And yeah, it is still. There were a few things where I think now, that was from what, 2010, I think the talk at Georgia Tech. But or no, that must have been earlier than that. Anyway, I feel like there are some things he said where now I'd be like, maybe he shouldn't have said that. But overall, it is a very powerful talk. And I
Hmm.
think the same way Earthlings is a documentary that makes people vegan within the first 5 minutes of it, I think his talk has that same power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Because for me, that was now more than 11 years ago, and there's no turning back, no
Hmm.
chance.
Yeah.
So um, the only part of it that is really um, frustrating is that I, it's hard to connect with friends and family.
Mm.
They just like zoom out and don't want to listen. But
Hmm.
for me, it's an obvious choice. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree with that. I feel the same way, and I have some family members who will ask questions,
Hmm.
and my approach is always that if you ask me, I'm going to tell you the truth. And so sometimes they don't expect to hear exactly, because my approach is not like, here, watch this video. It's really graphic and it's going to change your mind. I'm
Mm.
very much, I don't really, that's not my approach. My
Yeah.
approach is more like, just watch what I'm doing and see how happy I am and how beautiful I think being vegan is. And
Mm.
you'll come along. And then they ask me, well, why don't you eat cheese anymore? And then I tell them the truth. And they're like, oh, I did not expect that. I did
Yeah.
not. The cruelty is baffling.
Yeah.
And yeah, and but I hear you with some people where they know what we're doing, they know our feelings, and they're like, don't want to hear about it. And they're
Yeah.
happy to eat animal pieces in front of us. And there's just, and it, isn't it like, how can I be connected to this person? It's
Hmm.
tough sometimes, right?
Yeah. It's really
Yeah.
tough sometimes.
Yeah, how do you deal with that?
Um, in different ways, I guess, depending on the person, very much. Because the one person close to me that have made the biggest changes is my mom.
Mm,
And always when I'm there, we cook vegan food, and she really
nice.
enjoys it and thinks it's really good. So she's the one that really have made the biggest changes, and I'm proud of her for that. But then I have people in my other people that doesn't understand it at all, because we used to have an older brother, and we used to always like celebrate Christmas together. But back in 2015, I just had it.
Mhm,
It was up to here, and I really I sat down for the Christmas dinner, and all I wanted to do is get away.
mhm,
I just it felt really awful, because the whole table was filled with animal products, and so many different kinds of meats, and I was, no, I can't do this anymore. So I told them the following year that if this is the way you want to celebrate Christmas, I'm not going to celebrate with you.
mhm.
And from that point, I have celebrated Christmas with my mom and dad. Um, Unfortunately, my dad passed away this Christmas, but um, it's been it's been really nice to for them to show that they really care, and that it isn't that important.
Mm.
But all people, well, they aren't there for some different reasons. But it's a heavy burden in a way when people go like, no, just don't tell me, I don't want to know, because then I won't be able to eat this stuff. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
kind of the point. So it varies. I have friends that um, eat vegan when we go out and eat, but when we're not together, they they go back to eating animal products. So it's
Yeah.
it's like a double standard.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I try to tell myself, and maybe this is just so that I can feel okay, but I tell myself, but I'm still planting seeds.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
shown them how amazing this food is. They enjoy it. They enjoy the time we spend together. And how many times have you heard, because I know I've heard it a bunch, when I've taken someone to a vegan restaurant and they say, if all vegan food tasted like this, I could go vegan today. And I'm
Mm.
like, it does all taste like this. All the vegan food is really good. So go vegan today.
Uh, when you say that, I think of like colleagues that when we're at work or go to a conference and things like that, and I get my vegan dish, and many people look at my plate and like, that looks really good.
Hmm.
Yeah, so next time,
Right.
remember to order.
At weddings too. I've
Yeah.
been to a few weddings, more recently, in years past, it was always really bland pasta and,
Mm.
salad I had to send back because they put cheese on it. But recently, I've gotten these like giant plates of like fresh vegetables, and some of them even have desserts, not just like a fruit salad. And the people at the table are like, "Oh, that looks really good." I'm like, "I know." See what you're missing out on?
Yeah, and still they're suspicious. That's yeah. Well,
Yeah. I
so
love to
that
tell the story. I have an aunt she is super supportive. I love her to death.
yeah.
She, however, does not she's never I used to bake cookies around Christmas time every year. When I was vegetarian, I still used eggs and butter, so she loved to eat the cookies. And then I went vegan, and now they're vegan cookies, and she's like, "I'm not gonna eat those because of what's not in them." And she was not lying. She's never tried one of my vegan cookies.
What?
I know, it's the mental gymnastics that people can play when they're unwilling to face something is
Mm,
just baffling sometimes.
yeah. I've kind of had the same response with colleagues when I brought home baked cookies to work. It's like, okay, so these are vegan, and I remember especially a older colleague, a lady. She has done her working for now. But she was like, she was going to take one, and then she saw like the sign that it was vegan. And like, oh no.
Oh, no.
And it's so weird because I and it makes me think of this like meme. I don't know who made it, but I love it. It's like people reject vegan food as it was made of dead animals,
Right?
and it's really that way, and that's so weird.
Yeah. I love the thing too. Oh, I don't eat vegan food. Vegan food is weird. Vegan food's gross. I'm like, okay. Like those memes will also say, like, oh, you've never had French fries? You've never had an apple? You've eaten vegan food.
Yeah. Uh,
People are interesting. So anyway, let's talk about you, Martin.
okay.
My first question, so you are a musician and you release animal rights music, but my first question is, you call this project Vystopia. Where did
Yes.
that name come from?
Okay. Um, the the name or the word in itself actually comes from an author and psychotherapist from Australia called Claire Mann. She was the person that coined the word, and I heard about it the first time I went to an animal rights camp, and there was a lady there. She held a discussion, and she talked about how can we take care of ourselves and when we do animal rights work, like go for outreach and talk to people, because it can be really draining. And she brought up this word, and I was like, that's a really awesome word in itself, like just by the look of it and the character and everything. And then she started to talk about it, and I was like, wow, this is a really important word, since it describes the feeling for us vegans to be in a world that isn't vegan. And it's not, perhaps not that surprising, because now it's so obvious to me once I heard it. But there are still many vegans that have never heard of this word. So I thought it was like a double or maybe perhaps triple impact importance to use it. Yeah, I liked the word. I thought it did stand out, and I also wanted to make people more aware about what's going on in the world, and perhaps a chance to reach my non-vegan friends in a way. And so, okay, so now you release music, Vystopia, what is that? And I do believe it's working, because after releasing the first song, Bereaved and Bereft, a friend of mine was like, what's this word? And he got back to me after. So I Googled this word, and now I understand you a bit better. And I was like, yeah,
Nice.
it's working.
Yeah.
So the word in itself is, I don't remember the exact definition of it, but it's like the pain and anger and suffering that vegan experiences of being part of a non-vegan world. There's short description of it and a longer, and I think both are really, really good. But look up Claire Mann and Vystopia. She has written a whole book about it.
Okay.
And she's also released it in like an audiobook. So
Very
yeah,
cool. Yeah, I'll make sure to
that's that.
include that in the show notes.
Yeah, that's where the word is coming from.
I love that. I had not heard of that word until I met you. So,
Okay.
yeah, so I thought that was pretty incredible. I also think it's awesome for, a band name or a music project, because like you were saying, the word itself even looks, when I first saw it, I thought your music was going to be metal, because
Yeah.
it's so metal, right? And I could see it in a logo that was metal.
Yeah.
And but that, if we could just talk about this for a second, that feeling of being vegan in a non-vegan world,
Mm-hmm.
when you allow it to wash over you,
Mm-hmm.
it really is tough,
Yeah.
because the amount of ways we use animals,
Mm-hmm.
and when we really look at what humans are capable of in that capacity, it's so heart-wrenching.
Yeah. It takes your breath away.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I find strength in knowing that I'm not the only one doing this, that
Yeah.
there are, millions of us, even though we're still such a small piece of each population. There are millions of us doing it, and as we look around and we see changes happening, and um it that's what it keeps me going, and fills me with hope, because, and I think it's important, though, to allow those feelings, right? That
Yeah.
sadness and the pain that comes with understanding what's actually happening in the world, but we can't live in it.
No,
Yeah.
living in it is, like you said, it's heart-wrenching, and it really, from time to time, it really drains me.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I know so many people that have done so much for the animals, doing activism in different ways, that they are burned out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's it's important to know about it, and it also important to know what you can do to counterweight
Mhm.
um, the feeling. And for me, it has really been meeting up with other animal rights activists and
Yeah.
finding your community,
Mhm.
and finding a place where you feel that you belong. And because it's such a, it's like an oasis where
Mhm.
you can just rest for a
Yeah.
while, where people won't bother you with strange or weird questions, or putting you against the wall and, oh, you need to answer this and answer for that. And just a way to know that, okay, cool, I'm with all these wonderful friends, and we're on the same journey, and we want the
Mhm.
same thing here.
Yeah.
So, but I know that there are people out there that haven't got that, and I do believe it's really important to find ways to express yourself, and to find some sort of community.
Mhm.
And for me, it started actually with, it took quite a while, to be honest, to to being comfortable of taking the step to doing activism. But once I did, the step into music was pretty quick,
Mm.
because there are other musicians here in Sweden that do animal rights music, and they've been an inspiration for me. And once I went to that first animal rights camp, meeting all these people and those musicians, and I was like, well, my strength is actually making music, so perhaps I should try that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it has really given me a purpose. So, and till date, it's going pretty well, I think. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
So you have 3 songs that are available,
yeah.
and each of them we'll talk about the songs, but you also have them available to stream, and by streaming, there's also donations happening to animal rights charities, right? Is that correct? Can you
Yes,
explain
that
that process, how that works?
yes, I can. I try to connect with to the making of the music. I try to connect with various people, musicians from like all over the world. I just recently had a guy from LA laying down drums on a couple of songs, and
Right.
that's really amazing what you can do today. And I try to make the songs as cheap as possible, but still, I don't want the quality to be poor.
Mhm.
So if I need to pay to keep it in a good way, so like a good quality in whatever way it is, I will definitely do that. But till this point, I'm really almost like baffled, or but in a really good way, because people have been like, oh, that's a really beautiful project that you're doing, and I really want to contribute, so yeah, I'll do this for free.
Nice.
So yeah, so that's really nice, and that gives me the possibility to reach a break even
Mm.
pretty quick. So that's the only thing that I want, to like go break even. And after that, I'll just donate the profits to organizations, shelters, sanctuaries that I find that are in need of help.
Mhm.
And for the first year, and that this really exceeded my expectations by far. but for the first year, I have donated through Vystopia a little bit more than $1,000.
Oh, that's amazing. That's
Yeah, thank
awesome.
you. So
Yeah.
that feels really, really good. But that is mainly thanks to musicians that have kind of like played for free. And for every person who does that, I take a little bit of my money and
Hmm.
like give it away to like
Okay.
in a gesture to say thank you, because I believe that is important.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then we have the second part um, that you asked a little bit about, and that is the streaming of the music, or if people even think it's they want to support and buy the music, you stream it like through Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, whatever. Uh, Many of the major streaming platforms you can find the music, and if you listen to the music for every stream, there's not much. It's like 0.00 or something like that dollars. But when the numbers add up, like when there's thousands of streams, this actually becomes money
Yeah.
to give away. And when I celebrated like the 1 year anniversary of the first single, Bereaved and Bereft, I gave the profits from that song to Toronto Cow Save
Oh.
as a gesture. And here's a short story for that reason. The picture of that single of the cow with the tear in her
Hmm.
eye, that comes from Toronto Cow Save.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, so I wanted like to like a gesture as a thank you for them giving me the opportunity to use that video clip and find that specific frame. So,
Yeah.
um, and that was what can that have been? I think it was like 75 dollars, something like that, for a first year of streaming.
Hmm.
So the streams are in need of many people playing a lot of times in order, in order to get anywhere. But um, I figure that I'll just keep pushing and reaching out,
Yeah.
and yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see how things go. But like you said, there are 3 songs at this moment in time, and I'm working on a 4th release. But I also very close to a 5th and a sixth release as well. So I think I have like 10 songs in total. So 7 unreleased so far. So
Okay.
I'll keep releasing music as long as I have ideas.
Yeah. So do you think you'll put them together as like an album for like an animal rights type um focused album, or do you think that you'll kind of weave them in to an album maybe with other songs that aren't necessarily animal rights focused?
um, no, to answer your first question,
Hmm.
I haven't really thought of making a whole album.
Okay.
I more thought of it as releasing singles for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that my inspiration is uh, it varies,
Mm.
and I listen to many genres of music, and therefore, if to anyone who hasn't heard the songs that are available at this moment, you will find when you are listening that 2 of them are kind of like punk rockish rock and roll tunes, and one is a blues.
Mhm.
Um, and they further on in upcoming releases, there will be like more like hard rock and metal, and then we will make another turn and and go for other genres as well. So
Okay.
I'm kind of just going with the flow, and my hopes with that is to reach more people. But it is mainly because I write whatever comes to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't want to push things into a narrow gap just because it should be that way.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's actually easier for me to create music and to find the inspiration to write new songs when I can have a wider uh, possibility to express myself. Um,
Yeah.
and it makes it fun. And yeah.
I love that. So where do you find the inspiration for these songs?
Um, well, much comes from hanging with my friends who are also activists and doing like outreach and different demos. That are definitely a big inspiration. Um, but live music in itself, despite of genre or message, is always a huge inspiration for me, because it like has its own life. And I don't know if I can explain that to everyone, but if you play music yourself and you go out and listen to live music, something will definitely happen there. And I believe that many people going to hear live music many will feel like they wanted to dance or
Mhm.
perhaps sing, even though you perhaps not sing when you're home or things like that, because it brings out something in you. And for me, it's inspiration to find new ideas and just find happiness.
Yeah. I love live music. My husband's a musician too. And
Hmm.
but I was a big concert goer before I met him, but I do have a different appreciation now
Yeah.
that he's, explained, and I watch him play guitar and I watch him learn new songs and stuff. But we're actually going to see Gojira, where, at least the
Oh,
lead singer is vegan. I don't know
yeah.
if the rest of them are, but we're going to see them in May, and they're one of our favorite bands, and I cannot wait to be in that energy. It's going to be amazing.
Ah, cool. Yeah, that's
And
really awesome, and I think it's a really good thing because many of the lead singers or musicians nowadays they dare to stand out and say that they are vegan. I think it's
yeah,
a really good thing. We have Alyssa from Arch Enemy, and the singer before that. I should remember her name, but at the point now
yeah,
it's gone. Um, we have like the drummer of Megadeth, who's also like vegan, and I have people that I know better, that I know myself, who also are vegan, and they're not afraid to say that, and I think that it's amazing, a
yeah.
really good thing.
And Johannes from Avatar, the lead singer of Avatar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also the bass player of Avatar,
Oh, yeah.
Henrik, he's
Yeah.
also vegan. Yeah, so there are quite a few ones out there, and I find that they use their energy and possibility in different ways to also make themselves heard and spread the
Mhm.
message, and I think that's really beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so it's
I
important.
agree.
So nice. I will I I'm going to Arch Enemy in August
Oh,
here in
nice.
Uppsala. I was really, but wow, no, that can't be because they're like playing the big venues
Mhm.
and they're coming to Uppsala, and I was like, I just have to go.
Yeah, there are some of those shows, you can't miss it.
No, no, definitely can't. And so I kind of wrote her like a DM on Instagram. She will never answer, of course, but I was like, awesome, see you there. And
Yeah.
if you ever feel like to doing a collab, so just look me
Hey,
up.
yeah, you gotta reach out, right?
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, you know that the answer will definitely be no.
Exactly.
What do you got to lose?
Yeah. And it's interesting how we can find that creativity and inspiration in music. And I think for listeners who aren't musicians, like, you don't have to be a musician to get inspiration when you're, hearing live music, when you're at a
No.
concert is, I sadly am not a musician as much as I would love to be. And my husband is desperate to teach me how to play the guitar. I just haven't made time for it. But we actually saw the band Extreme. Now, these guys are not vegan, right? We saw them back in 2019. We saw them in Pennsylvania. And then a week later, they were playing in New Jersey. So we didn't have tickets for the New Jersey show, but I loved the show in Pennsylvania so much. We bought tickets and we saw them the week after. And
Wow.
Nuno Betancourt is such an incredible guitarist, right?
Oh yeah.
And I was just taken with him.
Hmm.
I was so inspired it was like such a reminder to allow my creativity to come out and to be more expressive and be more focused. And it really has helped me be more, regular with the podcast and stuff. But I loved it so much. I actually have a tattoo of his that reminds me. Yeah. That, I have it on my arm
Okay.
right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, right behind my vegan V. And that's just a reminder that, like, be creative, express yourself, like, don't be afraid, just get out there and do it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Exactly.
Music is so transformational. And when you
Hmm.
hear a song like your music, the focus where the focus is on animal rights and that emotion is there, and you can connect with these lyrics in a different way than someone just telling you a
Hmm.
story. I feel like music has that power to really change people's minds.
Yeah.
And I think what you're doing by writing these animal rights focused songs is that you are giving the animals an even better opportunity to be safe and to be protected, because people will hear it and make the connection, and they'll go vegan. Music is so powerful. So thank you for doing this.
Thank you so much. Those are fantastically and kind words. I really, really appreciate that. Warms my heart. And yeah, that is my one of my big hopes actually, that someone someday will write and tell me that I heard one of your songs and it got me thinking,
Mhm.
and now I'm actually vegan. That would be truly beautiful if that
Yeah.
happened. But like you said early on the show here, we're planting seeds,
Mm.
and I'm very thankful for you to remind me of that, because at times I tend to forget that, and we can help each other there, because I have reminded friends when we have like been out on the streets in town, done outreach, and they have gone like, oh, no reactions, no people to talk to today, this was really just a waste of time. And I was like, no, didn't you see all the people that were looking, and
Mhm.
they can't pass us by without
Yep.
collecting fragments of our message. So we're always sowing seeds when we
Mhm.
dare to use our space and use our voice, or in which way we do it. And art, like you said, because that is also a great summary of the whole, because art is of course so much more than just music. It's everything, um, possibly. And yeah, can we use that to spread the message? We can definitely make a change,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's happening even though it's slow.
Mhm. And it feels slow, but then also, if we look at, so I went vegetarian in 2001, so you and I are kind of on the same
Yeah,
time frame there.
2000 for me.
Remember what it was like to find vegan cheese that didn't taste like hot plastic? Oh my God. And now the grocery store has shelves of it.
Yeah.
So when we feel like this is taking forever, and it is still taking longer than it should, it's
Mm.
really important to remember that also, like, in just 20 plus years, this explosion of convenience foods, making it easier for people who are like, I could never eat this. I need a cheeseburger. Well, now they can have cheeseburgers without any cruelty.
Yeah.
And yeah, so try to remember that.
Yeah. It's a good reminder. Very good
Yeah.
reminder. Yeah.
So
Much
going
much has
back,
happened. Yeah.
what's
Going back.
that? The internet. I just
Going back.
wanted I wanted to circle back to your songs, and I want to just talk about them a little bit. Maybe you can
Okay.
share kind of the story within each of the songs. So
Yeah.
you've mentioned Bereaved and Bereft, which is your first single. So
Yeah.
just give the listeners a little taste, because the links to the songs will be in the show notes so they can go listen themselves,
Oh.
but just tell them like the story behind each of the songs.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to. And actually, uh, when I went to this animal rights camp, and I got so inspired. So I started thinking, so, perhaps music. And then came back home, woke up the next day, and I had like an idea in my head. And actually, the chorus of that song had been with me for quite a while, but now it was like I knew what I wanted to do
Mm.
with it. And that was actually the third single, Conscience-stipated.
Ah.
And so I recorded a demo the first day, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I realized I had more ideas, more that I wanted to express. And I figured that, okay, I'll try to fit the same genre here. And I was trying to make like a follow-up to Conscience-stipated as I was writing, but Bereaved and Bereft came out in a little slight different way. And then just the third day I started on the blues, and it was like, okay, I'll just do whatever. But the songs in itself, okay, so Conscience-stipated is really, it's really a way for me to express my frustration of the neglect of people. I see that on social media. People often write about oh, I just forgot the word, the cognitive dissonance.
Mm.
Um, and I was like, yeah, that's it, but you cannot really sing that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to express, because I'm a thinker, and even though things are obvious for me, I try to like, okay, I had some years ago, some 20 years ago, some 10 years ago, I had a different perspective. What was I thinking? Okay, I was thinking like this, so I can, yeah, I can understand them. But at the same time, there is so much more information available today. So how can people allow themselves to be stuck?
Mhm.
Well, what is the core problem here? And I just landed in the in the play of words, because that's what it is. Conscience-stipated, it's from a conscious mind, but a constipated conscious mind. So
Mhm.
constipated. And so it's a, as I've described it when I've tried to write to different kind of release playlists to promote the song. It's like, this is a rock and roll slap in the face of non-vegan folks.
Yeah.
So it's it's kind of like all the excuses and all different kind of behaviors that they have to which allow them to keep doing what they are doing.
Mhm.
So I want to, like, if they ever hear the song, I'll try to like rattle the cage and, come on, wake up, can't you see this is the way of your actions and
Mhm.
thinking and behaving. So yeah, a
I
lot of
love
frustration in there.
Yeah, and I love the title because let's be honest, eating animal products is not great for our digestive system.
No.
So, people who regularly consume animal products are very likely physically constipated as well as mentally constipated. And when I
Yeah.
read that title, I was like, this is perfect.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
very happy to hear that. Oh, cool. Yeah, so that's the first song, and I really wanted to develop the song so it kind of got more intense in the end. And last year on that year Animal Rights Camp, I met a guy who knew how to scream, and I was like, I need you. So his name is Elliot, and he came in to do the screaming in the end, and I think that fits perfectly. For the bereaved and bereft, um, I I wanted to use the title, as well as lyrics in the song, to express that not only humans can feel sorrow and pain
Mhm.
for um, for losing their family and friends, and there are too many people thinking this way, that only humans can.
Right.
That is just a defense. Is one of like million excuses, but I believe that you have to like use them, because otherwise you would like collapse, I
Yeah.
think,
Mhm.
mentally. But unfortunately, it is too easy to use all these excuses, because otherwise people would go like vegan in an instant.
Mhm.
We wouldn't have to have all these long conversations. And I remember talking about memes earlier on. I remember I wrote or I read something yesterday. Is like, you can have all the logic, you can have all the facts, you can have everything perfectly laid out, but if they're not just there at all, it won't work,
Mhm.
unfortunately. So we have to be patient.
Right.
But for bereaved and bereft, I really wanted to use like words used for humans
Mhm.
and put them in a perspective of the animals, and say that they can feel this way too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but the blues, that was actually, um, I, I don't really understand where it came from, because I was just like, yeah, every week vegan have heard it like millions of times.
Yep.
Protein deficiency. But funnily enough, we're still around,
Mhm.
and yeah, but we've heard it so many times, and I was like fed up with the whole thing, and it just came to me one of the days after this animal rights camp, and I was like, protein deficiency blues. It's really blues, and I was like, well, that's a cool title, but have never written a blues before.
Mm.
So that was really odd, but it just came out really flowingly. And I had a friend who's a really big blues fan,
Mhm.
and I told him that, you know what, I started to write a blues, and he got skeptics like so fast. And the funny thing, he's also a vegan, so he's really supportive of my work. And I was like, yeah, but I've written the blues, and since you play the drums, I would love for you to play the drums on this song. And he was like, yeah, absolutely, but there are certain rules with, with writing a blues. And he started to point out different aspects of it, and I was like, yeah, but can you just listen to this like first demo and see what you're thinking? And he got back to me and was like, I'm sorry to say, man, but you're on the wrong
Oh.
you're on the wrong page here. And I was like, oh, fuck. And he was like, no, I mean, you've missed your calling. This is brilliant.
Oh.
You should have done this ages ago. And I was like, okay, thank you. That was so. His name is Linus, and he's also a musician. He has released like 10 years ago. He released quite many songs and at least one album, also animal rights based, called himself Batterix. So he's the one playing the drums on the blues.
Very
And
cool.
yeah, that's really
Yeah.
nice. So I try to, yeah, try to just go with the flow in a way, and it can be very different things actually. Memes are really good,
Mm-hmm.
or memes. What do you say, memes or memes?
I don't
Uh,
know. I think
I
they
don't
both
know.
work.
Okay, cool. So it's not only my Swedish, because I have a song coming up. It won't be the next one, because the next one will be Heroes of Our Time, and that is homage actually for all the vegan activists, animal rights activists out there. And after that, there will be a song, more of a ballad, called Walk the Earth. And after that, it's definitely very much inspired from a meme. It's called Man is the Devil.
Mm.
That will be heavy metal.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that very much came from a meme. And I was like outside walking in the summer. I was walking in sand, just relaxing, and suddenly, boom, the chorus idea came to me, like man is the devil. Yeah. And I knew that it had come from this meme saying that if animals had a religion, man would be the devil.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that one. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that should be like the chorus.
Mm.
And I had like a lyric idea from the start, but I had worked through it a couple of times because it didn't work out as planned. But the idea in itself just was, yeah, this could be something. And I went inside, and I stayed inside for the rest of the day with my computer and guitar, and was like, yeah. So that sometimes it just happens. And it's actually, I've written music for quite many years, but it's interesting to see and find, and for me, for myself, to experience that music has never come to me this easy
Mm.
after I started writing animal rights music. Something happened there, and I can also like wake up in the morning and, hey, I have an idea, and I
Mm.
need to go get my guitar. That kind of happened once every fifth year or so back,
Mm.
years back. But now it can be like every other month. I wake up, hey, I have an idea, and I need to go get my guitar and start writing. And at this point, I actually have so many ideas to start writing songs from that I haven't got the time to
Oh,
really.
wow.
Yeah. So I would really like to not work as much and make a little bit more music. But for that to happen, I think I need a few more Patreons. But it's possible. It can happen.
That's right. Yeah. You keep writing music from your heart and doing what speaks to you, and you're in, your full alignment.
Yeah.
It will come.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when is the next single going to be released?
Hopefully in May.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to be realistic.
Mm-hmm.
My plans from the beginning was that it was supposed to be out in December,
Mm.
but life
As it
and
does.
Yeah. And now I'm in really, really want to make a music video for this one as well.
Okay.
Because I find that the song has a message that I really, really want to push out.
Yeah.
And since it is like a homage to um, all activists out there, I'm hoping, um, without becoming get too much of a hybris,
Hmm.
I'm hoping that the song can inspire people that, just like me, 2 years back, have had the idea and the thought that they would like to do activism but haven't dared to take the step.
Mm.
And for them to see that, one, there are many people already out there doing this, and two, there are different kinds of activism that you can do,
Yeah.
and three, there's a fantastic community around it, and it could very, very well be there you find your new friends and
Hmm.
like a family of choice, which is few of the words in the song.
I love it.
So I hope it can inspire people to become more active. I hope it can inspire people that have perhaps been active but have taken a pause, that they can find strength to come back.
Mm.
And I also hope that people can feel that, well, okay, I want this song to be about me.
Yeah.
Because I did send it to a friend in UK, and when he listened to the song, he was like, "Yeah, I really felt this song was about me,"
Oh, I love it.
and that for me was like, "Wow, that this is what I want people to feel."
Hmm.
So I want to make a music video to also show, because I've been trying to connect, and a shout out if you are an animal rights activist sitting on original, like, film video clips on your like phone or camera filmed in widescreen, send them to me so I can include them in this video, because I want to show that we are many doing this, and there are people around the world doing this. And yeah, I hope it can perhaps in some way, shape, or form inspire people to be part of the movement. Because
Yeah.
being vegan is good. Being vegan activist is great for the
Yeah.
animals.
Yep.
They need us. They need us.
They do. They really
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Hopefully, it will be out in May, but um, I need to. We need to record like some music video shooting, playing guitar,
Hmm.
singing, and drums and all that. And I also hope that I will have the amount of videos from all over that I can include in a good way.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll get some from this. We'll make sure that your contact info, of course, is in the show notes.
wonderful,
And anyone who has that footage that they're willing to share, will send it your way.
wonderful. Please do, please do.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the vegan scene there in Sweden.
Hmm.
So, here in New Jersey and, the US, you can tell like we're in two different countries because the US, we're very focused on the state that we live in. And
Hmm.
so here in New Jersey, this is what I know about. And the New York, New Jersey area is like teeming with vegan options now, which is amazing. And there are tons of groups both on Facebook and that meet in real life that where vegans come together from northern Jersey to southern Jersey and everywhere in between. And then we've got New York City, which is right there, which is of course full. It's like the East Coast almost mecca for vegans, right?
Wow.
And so what is it like where you are in Sweden? Are you in like a small area or in a big city?
I live in Uppsala, which is the fourth biggest town in Sweden.
Okay.
It's a pretty good scene, but I've seen quite a few like vegan restaurants come and go,
Mhm.
unfortunately. Some of them, I guess, were ahead of their time, but there are still vegan restaurants available, and perhaps perhaps maybe one of the more important parts is that most restaurants nowadays have a decent vegan option. It's
Mhm.
not like rice and vegetables.
And overcooked vegetables at that, right?
Yeah, because like 10 years ago, that was the case.
Mhm.
Well, we can make you some rice and stir-fried vegetables. Oh,
Yep.
yay. A
Mhm.
lot of protein in here. Uh, so it's blooming. It is. But musical wise, not so much. We have a venue in the outside of town, which they are focusing on like plant based, which is really good. And they have like a music venue as well, but they take in all kinds of musicians. But maybe I'll try to see if I can play there someday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, like we said earlier, you can see that what is happening and is really good is like the products, the vegan products. They you don't have to go like to a special store anymore. It's you
Mhm.
have it in the supermarket,
Yeah.
and most stores are kind of pretty well equipped with different um, products from cheese to vegan meats and sauces and milks and whatever. uh, Candy and
Yeah.
chocolate.
I know, right?
'Cause that was actually one of the best parts for me when I
Me
went
too.
vegan. It was like, hey, there's almost no cookies around, and this is good for me.
Right, yeah. I have a bit
Now I
of a
really
sweet
have
tooth as well.
them, yeah, and now I really have to be have use more of my character to try to stay strong. Doesn't always compute,
Right. You have to
but
give in sometimes.
yeah, but I'm really happy there are more and more options coming every week, because eventually people will understand that, wow, and they will try it and find that,
Mhm.
yeah, this is really good. And you know, so did it
Yeah.
answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, you did.
Good.
So we are closing in on our actually I think we've just met our hour. So I've got one more question for you. So usually I ask, tell me about your favorite way to eat hummus. But
Yeah.
and by the way, I am very excited that you are the first person to be like, it's not my favorite thing. Now, I know you said you don't hate it, so
Yeah.
we don't have to, I don't have to defend hummus, but but so why don't we talk about what's your favorite food then? If hummus ain't it, what is?
Wow. Um, my favorite food. I believe it could probably be like some kind of stew. I'm pretty good at those. And like, okay, what do I got at home? And
Mhm.
I just make something, and it like 99% of the times it comes out really, really good. Like you said earlier,
Mhm.
vegan food is it's good always. It's kind of hard to make it bad, which is weird when people say that I tried to make vegan food and it tasted awful. Um, I can understand it in a way, because I remember drinking way back like rice milk, and the first time I tried that, it was like, oh, this is terrible. But then I came back to it at a later point and was like, hey, wait a minute, this is really good.
Yeah.
Uh, so like beverage wise, it's definitely oat milk.
Mm,
I love that stuff.
me
Uh,
too.
I like to use different kind of vegetable milks or plant milks, but oat milks is my really go-getter,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. And yeah, fruits. I love fruits and nuts and seeds. Oh man, I can eat so much of that stuff. Just that's not good either. You should like eat 2 handfuls in a week. That is probably my kind of like day each day.
They're
That's my
really
favorite
good.
stuff. Yeah, it's really I love nuts. I've done all since I was like a child. If mom had like almonds at home, I was like, I ate it like candy. Uh, but um, I will try to defend myself a little bit. I do enjoy hummus. It is not just. It is not that I don't love hummus. I have friends who love hummus. Yeah, and always when something happens that like if it's a meme or whatever, I have like 2 friends that I always send it to because I, for some reason I thought of you, but I don't like sit down and eat it with a spoon.
Okay. Yep.
I have those are my friends, but I don't do that. I enjoy it in a sandwich. I enjoy it like a side order, or instead of a sauce or something like that to the food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's good, but perhaps I need to dive into it a bit more. I don't
Maybe.
know, maybe, but yeah, just because one is vegan, you don't like all the stuff, like
Yeah.
mushrooms. Mushrooms, not a big favorite. Olives, no,
Yeah.
doesn't work. But it's a funny thing if I turn things around and say what okay, what do I like? Well, after going first vegetarian and then vegan, actually my menu went from being very narrow
Mm-hmm.
to much wider.
Yeah.
And
Same.
I've tried a lot of different things that I would never have tried for whatever reason earlier if it had been like animal products. And I remember not this past New Year, but the New Year before there, they had made like some kind of um, free dish, and it was like oh man, instead of like these small fish eggs, like what do you say, rum
Caviar? Is it?
caviar? Yeah,
Yeah.
caviar. Um, um, no, I've never liked that stuff ever.
Mm-hmm.
Not like seafood or no. And this was like, but these everything here is vegan, Martin. We're all vegans here, so you can't try it. And I was like, oh yeah, but it looks weird. It reminds me of, but now it feels okay to try things like that, and I did, and it was like, not too bad actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I really appreciate that because for I should perhaps have known at an earlier age because always when it was like new kind of meat dish at home or out or at friends, I was like, no, I don't want to eat that. It smells weird and it looks weird and it tastes not good.
Mm-hmm.
So it took a long time, but
Yeah. But you're here now.
yeah, I'm here now, and that's what matters. And I hope
Yeah,
that we can become many more.
that's right.
You dare to do it, just do it.
We support you. We are here to help
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Martin, this has been wonderful. I've loved this conversation. Thank you so much for joining me
Uh,
today.
thank you. I really enjoyed it too. It made me the happiest this week for
Oh,
sure.
I'm
Yeah.
glad. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
This conversation was so lovely because it was so much from the heart, don't you think? If you have footage from any animal rights protests or demonstrations you've participated in and would like to be included in Martin's upcoming music video, please connect with him via his Instagram page at Vystopia. While you're there, give him a follow too. Speaking of Vystopia, how about that word? I had never heard of that word before I met Martin. And to know that there is this word that captures how we feel as vegans when we kind of let the whole world, the weight of the world kind of wash over us. And we think about what we're fighting against and who we're fighting for. I'm really glad to know that. And I'm really glad that there's a word that reflects this. It's so heart-wrenching, the feelings that we have when we are really looking at what is happening in the world. And it's not just with animals, it goes beyond that. Of course, there's lots of tough, really difficult things happening day to day. But when we think about the billions of animals that are slaughtered on a daily basis because people think that's what we're supposed to eat, or because they want to, because they think it tastes good, well, that is really tough. So thank you, Martin, for introducing me to this word, and me and the listeners to this word, Vystopia. I hope you have found this episode helpful and inspiring. Please subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you're loving it, please give Did You Bring the Hummus a 5-star rating? And why not leave a review while you're there? It's an easy way to keep supporting the show. Be sure to share these episodes with your friends. If you're finding something valuable here, they will too. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Did You Bring the Hummus, and visit my website, didyouBringTheHummus.com, for more information about me, updates on what I'm working on, new podcast episodes, and all things vegan. Finally, I would love to hear from you. What do you need help with? Is there a topic you want to hear covered on a future episode? Is there a guest you'd like me to reach out to? Are you a vegan who would like to be a guest on Did You Bring the Hummus? DM me on Instagram or send me an email at didyouBringTheHummus@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.
Your conscience-stipated. Say our relation with nature is sound, but as far as I can see, you're stuck in an outdated history, where your heart and mind have been left behind. Your conscience-stipated, finding comfort in being jaded. Conscience-stipated. For a fellow earthlings is found. 'Cause how can kindness be extreme while it's okay to